as we all know, our most recent coordinator has stepped down from his position. And I just felt like we couldn't let this pass without some kind of comment or just some words. And if you have words you want to share, feel free to. I have a few words that I jotted down. In looking over this, I could say that, but probably shouldn't. Maybe not. Just for the sake of everyone, I probably shouldn't say that either about John. So I'll stick to my script as best I can. And I think, first of all, I want to point out that, first of all, I want you to rewind in your mind 15 years ago. Just, you may not have even been a Stephen minister at that point, but some of you in this room were Stephen ministers 15 years ago. So I wanted to rewind and consider what led up to John's tenure as our general coordinator. And a little history lesson, very quick history lesson. Cheryl Davis served as coordinator from 2008 to 2010, so she had a 3-year term. She was kind of double dipping with even referrals then, and I think Kay Harvey finally convinced her that that's just too big a job for one person to do. So anyway, Cheryl served us for 3 years. Next came someone named Tammy Smith. A handful of you in this room probably remember her. She was in the coordinator position for 1 year, and she and her husband moved out of the area, so that was the reason for her short term. And that was in 2011. Then, this guy with a funny last name, Hal, served from 2012 to 2016 for 5 years. Then, along comes John Hawes, and he served from 2017, I believe I'm correct about these dates, to year-to-date to 2025. So 9 years. 9 years, which is pretty phenomenal. I do recall meeting with John a little over 9 years ago to talk about this possibility. We met at, I think it was the Perch coffee shop, and I didn't know John very well at that time, but I was giving him my best pitch to become coordinator because we needed one and I needed to not be that anymore. So he seemed interested. He asked all the right questions, really good questions as a matter of fact. And then I felt good about our meeting, and after that he took weeks to decide, to make a final decision. I don't know if you remember that or not, but anyway, the good thing is he agreed to do it, and all along the way though he was insisting that he was an introvert and that he just wasn't comfortable standing in front of groups of people. And after a while, after he had been serving for a while as coordinator, I came to realize that he was sandbagging. John loves a stage. He loves a podium. So, and I think basically what he was doing probably was downplaying his clearly gifted ability to lead. So that was the impression I got with that. I'll say this, over the last 9 years, John has definitely made us better. He's made our ministry better. I think he's done so by emphasizing structure and accountability. Not that we didn't have that before, but I think he just kind of was always thinking ahead to the next thing and kind of kept us on task in looking ahead to what lay ahead and the effort it would require. So also he led us through COVID-19, the pandemic, and that was unusual for many reasons, but especially with a ministry that is designed to meet face-to-face and meet in the same room and all that. So he somehow managed to do that and provide great leadership in the process. He's taken the lead on our training classes since 2021, I believe, and which has been a tremendous service. And finally, he's really continued to build a good working relationship with our clergy and staff, which has been, I think, so important to the health and vibrancy of our ministry. Finally, I'm grateful that John is not leaving us. He's not going anywhere, so it's not like it's a farewell. He's just relinquishing his role that he's done so well for the last 9 years as general coordinator. And so tonight, John, we're saying thank you instead of goodbye.
Thank you. Since I've come into this group, you've always been there to answer questions, to support us all. I'm always amazed at how level-headed and straightforward you answer all the questions, even without little cards. Speaking of leaders in the round. But I want to thank you for all you've done for this ministry for so many years, and I'm so glad you're still here.
Thank you, John.
Anyone else?
We have a few little.
Dan? Like to the party.
Is there money in it?
Gift
cards. Thank you so much.
Bring them out.
I will. Thank you, folks. I appreciate it.
I will say that John called me in, I don't know, March maybe or something, and he said, hey, I'm going to step down and we want you to take the role, and here's the deal. You have to take the Stephen Leader training, and then I'm going to work with you. We got a whole list of stuff we have to go over. And somewhere in there, I think he said, would you do it? I'm not sure. But
Somewhere in there, did you ever say yes?
I don't remember. But I do know, I went back through my calendar. John has spent about 15 hours with me, either on Zoom, on frantic phone calls, in person. A couple of times he said, how do you like your new full-time job? Anyway, I do appreciate all the mentoring and the help that you've given me, so I truly thank you. And these are big shoes to fill that will not be filled. So thank you for that. And we will miss having you up here. So, but I'm, as everyone else has said, very glad you're not leaving us. You're still here.
Yeah.
So thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
And you're going to do an amazing job.
Yes, you will.
Yes, you
You
will.
already are.
Yep.